All right, miscellaneous social studies. Let's see what we got to know. So here's 6 questions. So we got a couple on the French Revolution, what inspired it, um, who had absolute power in France before the French Revolution, uh, the Russian Revolution, what did that lead to? To the rise of what? Um, what brought World War One to an end? It's a treaty. Do we know what the name of that treaty is? The stock market crash of 1929 is known as what? Like the actual day that the stock market crashed. And what was the arms race? Who was that between? And when did it happen? Okay, and let's take a look here. So we'll start off with the English colonies. Uh, Many individuals residing in the 13 British colonies believed that, as they were not directly represented in the distant British Parliament, any laws it passed affecting the colonists, such as the Sugar Act or the Stamp Act, were illegal under the Bill of Rights of 1689 and were a denial of their rights as Englishmen. So that's really like a big story in the start of the United States. The democratic principles expressed in both the Declaration of Independence and the Constitution inspired French revolutionaries to form a National Assembly, which led to the French Revolution. So that's one of our questions, right? What led to the French Revolution? And it was really the democratic principles in the Declaration of Independence and the Constitution. So big deal. Okay, a little bit more on the French Revolution, and we'll talk about the Russian Revolution as well. The French Revolution began in 1789 and ended in the late 1790s with the ascent of Napoleon Bonaparte. Okay, so Napoleon's a big name to connect with the French Revolution. The French Revolution uprooted institutions such as absolute monarchy and the feudal system. Also, those are both big to know, likely to show up in one form or another. Absolute monarchy and the feudal system. That's how France was run before the French Revolution. France established a republic, and many future nations would be influenced by the will of the people. Prior to 1789 and the French Revolution, the French monarch had absolute power, while in England there was a parliament. Prior to 1789, the French church and nobility paid no taxes, while the rest of the citizens had few rights. This led to the development of the National Assembly, which was intended to be a law-making body. King Louis XVI did not want the National Assembly, and this led to the French Revolution. Okay. The Russian Revolution was a pair of revolutions in Russia in 1917, which dismantled the Tsarist autocracy and led to the rise of the Soviet Union. Under the Lenin administration, Russia and then the wider Soviet Union became a one-party communist state governed by the Russian Communist Party. Okay, more stuff. The Treaty of Versailles brought World War I to an end. It also stated that Germany was at fault for the war and had to pay reparations to the Allies. Okay, so Treaty of Versailles is a big one. It shows up a lot. 16.4 million shares were sold on Black Tuesday. Stock prices were so low that nobody was willing to buy at any price. The Dow Jones Industrial Average fell 12%, and the Great Depression had begun. So just connecting the beginning of the Great Depression with the stock market crash and over 16 million shares being sold on Black Tuesday. The attraction of Hitler was that he appealed to Germans due to his nationalism and promised to get people back to work. Okay, so those are the two big ones, with nationalism really being the primary one. Several events led to the end of World War II. The Soviet Union captured Berlin and Hitler committed suicide. The Germans surrendered unconditionally. The Japanese would not surrender, and this led to the 2 atomic bombings. Okay, so all of those are important to know and can show up kind of like packed into one question about what impacted and ended World War II. The arms race was the attempt by both the Soviet Union and the United States to build nuclear weapons. Okay. And as we go back into our questions, you can see them all right there. And best thing to do now, hit that pause button, see if you can answer these questions for yourself. If you struggle with any of them, go back and try to find the place where I talked about it in the video. These are all very likely to show up on your exam.